Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, and this is Read Through the Bible.
There's a phrase in Christian nomenclature talking about being on a mountaintop.
Like a spiritual high.
Yeah. And today we're going to be reading in 1 Kings 19 about Elijah, who...
Now he's going to be going from a spiritual high in chapter 18 on Mount Carmel and defeating the prophets of Baal, the fire coming down, and then here in 19 he's going to be way down in a spiritual low.
Yeah, as high as you go, he's probably as low as you go.
Mm-hmm. But that's life.
It is life. Ups and downs of life.
And the Bible doesn't shy away from just showing us real life.
That's right. Okay, here's Elijah.
Okay, chapter 19, verse 1. Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done and how he had killed all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah, saying, "So may the gods do to me, and more also, if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by this time tomorrow." So she wants to kill him because she's a Baal worshiper. Verse 3, then he was afraid, and he arose and ran for his life and came to Beersheba, which belongs to Judah, and left his servant there.
Yep. So it's no wonder, right? He had this great conquering, and then all of a sudden Jezebel finds out about it, says, "You're a dead man."
Yeah, so he flees first to the southern kingdom of Judah.
Yes. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a broom tree. And he asked that he might die, saying, "It is enough now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am no better than my fathers." And he lay down and slept under a broom tree, and behold, an angel touched him, and said to him, "Arise and eat." And he looked, and behold, and there was at his head a cake baked on hot stones and a jar of water. And he ate and drank, and lay down again. And the angel of the Lord came again a second time, and touched him, and said, "Arise and eat, for the journey is too great for you." And he arose and ate and drank, and went in the strength of that food 40 days and 40 nights to Horeb, the mountain of God. So 40 days and 40 nights away sounds a lot like Moses when he was up on the mountain, and here he is on the mountain. And by the way, Horeb is probably Mount Sinai.
Right, so probably went to the same mountain.
Yep.
And
he's going to receive a message from the Lord, but this message is a little bit different than what Moses received in Exodus.
Right. If you remember, in Exodus 19, when Moses received a message from God, when he was up there for 40 days and 40 nights on Mount Sinai, the message came with thunder and lightning and earthquakes, and all the people saw and heard and were terrified. And here it's just a message for Elijah.
A little bit different. So listen for the difference.
Verse 9, then he came to a cave and lodged in it. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him. And he said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He said, "I have been very jealous for the Lord, the God of hosts. For the people of Israel have forsaken your covenant, thrown down your altars, and killed your prophets with the sword. And I, even I only am left, and they seek my life to take it away."
It sounds like a good old-fashioned pity party to me.
He's very depressed here. Verse 11, and he said, "Go out and stand on the mount before the Lord." And behold, the Lord passed by. And again, sounds kind of like Moses in Exodus 34. And a great and strong wind tore the mountains and broke in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, the sound of a low whisper. And when Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his cloak and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. And behold, there came a voice to him and said, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He said, "I have been very jealous for the Lord, the God of hosts. For the people of Israel have forsaken your covenant, thrown down your altars, and killed your prophets with the sword. And I, even I only am left, and they seek my life to take it away."
It's exactly the same thing he said in verse 10.
Yeah, same question, same answer.
Yep, just rehearsed that pity party in his mind, had his kind of elevator speech, and that's what he gave. I'm the only one left. I've been jealous, and I'm the only one left.
Verse 15, and the Lord said to him, "Go, return on your way to the wilderness of Damascus, and when you arrive, you shall anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. And Jehu, the son of Nimshi, you shall anoint to be king over Israel. And Elisha, the son of Shaphat of Abel Maholah, you shall anoint to be prophet in your place. So 3 people to anoint: Hazael, Jehu, and Elisha. Verse 17, and the one who escapes from the sword of Hazael shall put Jehu to death. Verse 17, and the one who escapes from the sword of Hazael shall Jehu put to death. And the one who escapes from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha put to death. Yet I will leave 7,000 in Israel, and all the knees that have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth that has not kissed him.
It's called the remnant. He leaves at least 7,000. And this is mentioned in Romans chapter 11 in verse 4, just about how God has his remnant. He always has his people.
And Elijah thought that Elijah himself was the only one left, but there are some more.
God always has his people. So he departed from there and found Elisha, the son of Shaphat. And Elisha is going to start playing a pretty big role by the time we get to the end of 1 Kings and 2 Kings. He's going to be the one who takes over for Elijah. So he departed from there and found Elisha, the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen in front of him, and he was with the 12th. Elijah passed by him and cast his cloak upon him. And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said, "Let me kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow you." And he said to him, "Go back again, for what have I done to you?" And he returned from following him, and took the yoke of oxen, and sacrificed them, and boiled their flesh with the yokes of the oxen, and gave it to the people, and they ate. Then he arose, and went after Elijah, and assisted him. Sounds like the call of Jesus, right? When he's calling his disciples. He's just saying, "Come follow me, and let me first say goodbye to my father." I'll say, okay, so in chapter 19, just in terms of a summary for it, we've got Elijah basically running for his life from Jezebel, who wants to kill him. And then we see Elijah having his pity party and left alone. Maybe that's like the big thing of the chapter. He's throwing his pity party, and God saying that there are 7,000 who will be faithful to following the Lord.
But God speaks to him in a low whisper. Sometimes other translations say a still small voice.
That's right. So that's the difference between how Moses received the commandments and how Elijah received that. Just kind of spoke to him quietly. And you surmised that maybe it's because this was just a message to Elijah.
Right. A personal message just for Elijah, as opposed to on Sinai with Moses, it was a message for the whole nation.
Yep. And then we're introduced to Elisha, who's going to come and play a bigger role in the future here. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.